would definitely recommend the course. I think it's been so beneficial to me. And I think that anybody who feels that they're on the cusp of something and feeling the desire to make some kind of change or to address an aspect of their life where they've been neglectful of themselves, I think it's definitely an opportunity for them to say, hey, let's make this time about me. Let me delve into the topics that may be a little bit hard for me to address. In a loving, well-structured, and sharing kind of a platform which allows others to impact on you as deeply as you will impact on them. And I would definitely recommend it to anybody who feels like they desperately need to address issues in their life that have kind of been leading them to live in a sort of a emotional desert. And I think that that's where I was before this, and I'm definitely opening up into the garden of awakening, as you like to say. And looking forward to each day as opposed to just living through the humdrum of every day.
I think that doing this course can only do you good if you know more about your ability, and if you know more about what are the choices, what are the behaviors that I have that sometimes hold me down from reaching these goals and reaching these dreams. And today I can say that I am sure that life has given me this month to kind of like get practically involved in my process. But I think that already in a mindset, I'm already 50% more equipped to take on now what I want to see, and what I want to see for myself, what I want to see for those around me, and what I want to achieve in life, you know. And I think that just that 50% already prepares you, because I'm leaving another 50% because I don't know how amazing it would be, but I know that it's something amazing that's going to happen, because I've definitely seen myself breaking up with a lot of patterns that I had, a lot of reactions that I have. I can definitely feel my behavior to being more involved in me, and that allows me to be then a better version for those around me. You know?
Depth work is crucial. In fact, I would say it's essential in someone's life. Essential, essence, essential, all these things are linked. And I actually think it should be taught in schools. I mean, that's the difference. It's the depth of that I've learned. It's the going further than yes, you have this problem, you have a certain issue, but it's understanding why it's there and to work on it and to actually be your own therapist. I think that's the key. And the thing is, we all help each other. It's been a wonderful learning curve, is that we're all students together. And I think perhaps the problem I have with some of the things I did before, it was always somebody above who knew better or was trying to portray themselves as knowing better, when in fact you might have key things in certain aspects where actually perhaps better than the other person because you've had more exposure to something.
So at first I was trying just to put up my mask. As I told you, I tried to measure the situation and the people, but I think the way that Karina navigated the program and also the session was very warm and friendly. So it also made me comfortable. I think one of the things she told us in the group is that she's also a student here to learn, and I think the time that she said that it actually changed the frequency within me. And I think that frequency also changed within the group. When I talk about frequency, it's like how I feel about other people and how I now view where I am, and who I'm sitting. I think that was important for me. And then when the session started, people actually opened up, and I was the last one to speak. So I was like, these people opened up. They were vulnerable. They don't even know me. I'm from South Africa. And they gave me that opportunity also to like come and stand naked before them, because it was like we were in a room. It was like this laptop was not there anymore. We were in a room and just, feeling into one another and just being open about where we are at that stage.
I loved the interaction in the group.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was really nice. And the other powerful thing is that if you put your mind to something, you can do it. And don't be scared of the unknown. You know, like tackle it. Yes, it's not always nice to write those things down and rehash those thoughts, but it's necessary.
The fact that there's a process that you can follow, and that it's not vague hours of sitting kind of trying to dwell into your innermost being. I think it's very much a process and a step-by-step process that kind of opens each door to the next door to the next door to help you unlock the answers that you've been looking for all the way through.
Very nice.
And I think that surprised me in the fact that it was actually easy to follow, easy to accomplish, and to find out more, and could sort of break through all the different layers that I have inside of myself without it being a painful process at all.
Yeah, beautiful.
Wonderful in-depth process.
The structure of the website and the learning content is excellent. I've done other courses, and this is by far the most superior one I've experienced. And because you're available and you're happy to help, it makes it so much better.
I was really surprised how simple yet touching yet relatable the course can be, because why reclaim your power and you think that, oh, this is going to be something real complex. Let me put on my high IQ hat. Maybe, I'm going to be a student now. And then you come to find that it's real simple, real easy to chew, you know, stuff. I think that's the biggest surprise. But it was more fascinating for me because I really enjoyed it, and it was easy to do.
What I got from the course is a lot of all the tools in a sort of a way that would be simple and I thought very well explained way, a very easy way for people to actually use those tools, to understand, to be able to go deep and to say, like an aha moment, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. So I thought that was very, very, that's what I really liked about the course.
No, I can very much attribute that to being on the course and the skills that I gained to be able to look at the situation, decide how I want to react to it. To not let my emotions run away and in the moment, and to be able to take a breath and decide on how to react. So that's a key thing that I've learned. And I definitely wouldn't have seen me as a meditator or put a label on me before I joined this course. But I'm happy to wear that now. Actually, I can wear that with pride. And so taking a moment to pause, to reflect, to be intentional is, to coin a phrase, it's powerful. It enables me to prioritize what I want to do, to make sure that what I actually set out to do is in alignment with those priorities. And that's I can see how you lead with that calmness and that preparedness, and I'd like to be able to do that. I can see how you are achieving that, and this is part of your tool set to achieving that. Then I'm glad that I tried it, and I'm glad that I had the opportunity to learn from you.
I was always against this. The little inner child was always against routine. Wanted to go on adventures and didn't want to kind of settle down, which is this. But actually, the adult self is about aligning that mind, body, and soul, and the setting the intention in the morning by doing this daily practice really helps to keep you centered. And in my case, it was to actually keep me grounded. enough flying around and running away. So the grounding has been a valuable lesson for me.
I've got lots of books that you'll find all over my house where I've written letters to myself and kind of delved in, but nothing that really made me ask the right questions.
Okay.
I think I was more observing what I was going through emotionally as opposed to actually delving into why I was feeling the way that I was feeling, and what was pushing me towards things and what was pulling me away from things. And I think that those aspects have really opened my eyes to what's actually going on under the surface. I think that we're very much reactive people, 99% of the time, and that finally we can actually see the pattern and to not perpetuate it, which I think is something that's really necessary, but that is something you're not necessarily able to achieve on your own.
Very good.
For me, it's greatly beneficial that way.
For the past, it was really hurtful to me. Even in the group, it made me vulnerable to think that the time I wasn't reclaiming my power back, I was just living a life of a lie, living a life of a person who wasn't me. And today, with reclaiming my power back, I think it just made me feel inside that I'm more worth it. I'm worth it. All of the things that has happened to me. And after all this, I have that choice of how I'm going to view myself today.
Felt that I was able to understand better myself, and also my reactions to people or to situations that I come into, that afterwards I might walk away and be angry with myself because I didn't handle it well, or I thought I could have done it a different way. And I feel like I have better tools to manage that and to understand things that come up and that I'm go through. So I think I was surprised in that. Actually, it's quite simple. The way that you have structured the course is actually quite logical. That it doesn't need to be, sure, depth work and any kind of work with oneself is hard, but it doesn't need to be so difficult. And often I don't think you necessarily get results that give you the tools, or you don't always walk away with tools. You sort of walk away with a lot more questions, whereas now I have the questions, but I have some answers to.
That's wonderful.
Some ways now to get answers. Your work is so wonderful, and I only wish you the best, because what you're doing and what you offer is it's mind-blowing.
Because it's more a constructive form of, well, I won't say therapy, more constructive form of help and advice, and the tools that you give. And then obviously once you've got those tools, you have them for life. I learned that I need to sort that stuff out. You can hide it and you can function, but then the moment something triggers it, all that stuff comes back up, and I don't want to have all these triggers and patterns. That's one thing I've realized. There's a consistent patterns and then those patterns make me unhappy and not able to live my life to the fullest. So actually this depth work has enabled me to understand the blockages, to remove them, or at least start removing them, and to have a deeper connection with myself.
Beautiful.